Hi everyone, welcome back to the final analysis video for Higurashi Sotsu. As you know, the last episode premiered on Thursday, giving us the final conclusion to this amazing series. It's hard to say how I feel about the ending. I like it, but I felt I needed a bit more. I mean, you'll understand as we go over through the episode. So, let's begin. The episode begins where we left off. Hanyu freeing herself from Ewa's shackles and ready to attack, but only to get stopped by her staff. Hanyu starts talking about how she used to be the same as Ewa, not believing in miracles or expecting nothing, as this will often lead to disappointment. But thanks to Keiichi and the rest of the club members, Hanyu learned a very valuable lesson. In order for a miracle to happen, you have to make them happen. Ewa doesn't take her words seriously and hits her again, and even drops a ton of furniture on her. We then go back to Rika and Satoko's fight, where Rika is unable to kill Satoko as expected. She even throws the sword into the river and starts punching Satoko in the face instead. The moment Rika insists that she's going to make her study again, something in Satoko snaps and starts fighting back, refusing to go through that again and just wants to be with her in Hinamizawa forever. We then switch to the Sea of Fragments, where Hanyu is able to get up again after such a brutal attack and calls for the Onigari no Ryu. With the sword in her hands, she's finally able to strike at Ewa. When Ewa's horn is damaged, she reverts back into a child version of herself. I found this scene the most interesting because the moment her horn cracks, her body starts glitching, like if she was a computer simulation or something, and even complains in pain the same way Hanyu does. You know, when she starts saying ow, 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 I mean, the voice kind of sounds the same. This also reminds me of what Lambda Delta said about Feathering in Umineko. At least once in the past, Feathering's memory device had been damaged and her personality and appearance had changed. Very likely there is a connection to Umineko. There has to be, right? The fight between Satoko and Rika is finally over, where they knock out each other and return to 1987 after Ewa's defeat. Finally, they're able to talk to each other. Rika finally understands that Satoko is unwilling to study that hard again because it's not something she enjoys doing, and she's not academic material despite trying for so many years. I wish in this scene Satoko would have apologized for being so possessive over Rika and the pain and torture she forced her to go through again, despite knowing her 100-year struggle to escape 1983. After Keiichi and the others find them and start driving back, they give them some advice about the true meaning of friends and friendship. Friends don't have to do everything together, and it's normal if they grow apart, but that doesn't mean the relationship is over. When they see each other down the line, they will still have that relationship. And after hearing those truthful words, they both realize what they need to do. The next thing we see is like the first episode of Higurashi Go. The only difference is that it's 1987 and it's raining sakura petals. For those who don't know, the academic year in Japan begins in April, and this is the time where sakura trees start blooming and soon lose their tiny petals. These beautiful flowers have a very beautiful and yet sad meaning. These falling petals mean a new beginning and a visual reminder of hope and new dreams. They also represent friendship, but they also represent death. As you know, sakura trees reflect their lives or the past that they have to shed to bring in a new beginning. Every spring, these falling petals are a reminder of just how short and fleeting life is, and that we should all cherish every bit of beauty and every beautiful moment that life has to offer. We then see Rika preparing for her new adventure to San Lucia's Academy like she always dreamed of. The only difference this time is that Satoko is not there. Just as everyone comes to say their goodbyes, Satoko shows up and they have a final conversation. Or should I say, Fern Castle and Lama Delta. This scene literally confirms the connection many had theorized about Umineko and Higurashi. Also, this scene is very important because Rika and Satoko just can't be together all the time, and this was the best outcome for the two. Sometimes friends have to go on their separate ways, but that doesn't mean that their friendship is over. And also, in a way, it's a suitable punishment for everything that Sadako did to Rika. After so many years being trapped in Hinamizawa, Rika just wants to get away, and who can blame her? After all, she literally starts seeing her friends like in pieces, just like Sadako did after so many loops. We then see more Sakura falling, and every other character having a happy ending. We even see Takano and Tomitake return to Eri's clinic. As you know in the BN, Takano is already suffering from the Hinamizawa syndrome and needed some treatment. It's the only explanation that she needed to leave Hinamizawa and also escape the mountain dogs. One of the scenes that I was not expecting to see was Satoshi waking up after so many years. In a way, it's even symbolic to see him waking up. The moment Sadako decides to let Rika go to her own journey, he wakes up. It's almost like if life is rewarding her for growing up and doing the right thing. Then we see Teppei's return. I love that after getting used by Sadako, he finally gets a happy ending with her. Heck, even Shion shows up. This is the part I love about the episode. Teppei getting a good ending after turning a new leaf. Another symbolic scene. Witch Sadako returning human Sadako back. I just love this scene, especially the effect when she snaps her fingers, a swirl of sakura petals. It's like symbolizing Lama Delta's colors. After this, Sadako returns back to her jolly and cheerful self, something I wanted to see after she began regretting her actions. Heck, we even see the rest of the club members arriving at the scene and Hanyo watching over them. It's not a bad ending. I like it. It's a bittersweet moment and wraps up Go and Sotsu quite nicely. However, this is the thing I dislike about the ending. The Satoshi and Sadako reunion. If they would have shown their reunion, the ending would have been perfect. Also, I hate we were left with some questions like the mysterious relationship that Hanyu and Ewa have. All we know that they are a part of each other, and that's it. I wish it would have addressed their relationship. Also, Ewa calling Sadako Bier, which clearly states a connection to Ciconia. I wish we would have gotten more information about this. It's almost sad to see the ending of Keiichi's, Mion's, Shion's, Rena's, Sadako's, and Rika's journey. I mean, I became close to these characters like I always do when a story is just so good. I can't forget the moment I began reading the BN and getting attached to the characters. Even though I ended disliking Sadako in the BN and hating her in Go and Sotsu, at the end, I don't really hate her or dislike her as much. I'm glad she was able to get a good ending with Teppei. I just wish she would have reunited with Satoshi. Anyway, thanks for watching and I hope to see you for the next video.